Yo guys, what's going on? Cliffjumper1984, Red Rocks, your favorite Autobot all day long and all day strong, drinking that natty ice. Back with another video game pickup, so let's get this shit rolling. First off, NES. American Video Entertainment. They make non-licensed NES games. The only other one I have is Puzzle. Make us number 2. They had it listed as rare. Never seen it locally, physically for me to pick up. It was in front of me. Paid it was like right under $9, but well, with Bing rewards and stuff, didn't cost me anything. F-15 City War. Don't know anything about it. Didn't get a chance to play it. It's one of those weird games again. It's got that little button that says press here, but you know to press that down on the NES console. Main thing of this other pickup is basically a bundle I got for $30. I was talking about the last video game pickup that this was going to come. First off, we were talking. She said she had an NES, a zapper, and a mat. And I asked her what color zapper she had. It was different from the one I had. And then she said she had a Game Boy. Didn't know if the Game Boy was going to go with it, but that's where we're going to start. And there's this case in here, high frequency. It's like almost like the case you always put your Walkman, CDs, and cassettes in when you go on vacation or your buddy's house and stuff like that. Let's see. Well, first off, it came with a Game Boy. So I was like, yeah.
Make Grimlock laugh!
Yeah. Well, first time I picked it up out of the bag or whatever, the screen did fall off. It has batteries in the bag. Yeah, but they definitely don't work anymore. So I tried some new batteries, and it don't work either. Not a total loss. I don't have an original Game Boy. I've got 3 Game Boy Pockets. All different colors for the outer shell. None of the speakers work. So we're losing in that department, but I do got a Super Game Boy, so we're at least good there. It did have this thing for it called a Light Boy, and what it does, I guess, you take this monstrosity out and put it on front. It's supposed to amplify it and has a little light on it. Cool, I guess. And we've got the instruction manual for that sucker right there. Now, didn't the inspection say anything that the Game Boy had games, but you always figure out, when you have a Game Boy, you're going to get Tetris. And we've got a case for that, so that's cool. Wordtress. Never even heard of this game. I guess you put words together. I don't know. Pac-Man. I love me some Pac-Man. Never played this version on Game Boy. Dr. Mario. Of course, I've owned the Nintendo version when I was younger. I have it right now. I did play this. I think my cousin had this back in the day. So, I mean, what do you expect? Another puzzle game. Kirby's Pinball Land. Never played this. I guess it's another pinball game starring Kirby. What to do? And last but not least, I'm not going to show a video for this game because I already own it and probably picked it up a couple pickups ago. But hey, this one looks in better condition, and like the rest of the games, which is nice, they all have got cases. Super Mario Land. And in the very back, it had the manuals for each of the games. You know, there's Pac-Man, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Land, Tetris, and Wurtress. So that's cool. Not complete, but you know, we've got most of the stuff there beside the boxes. And as long as there's some other promotional stuff, I mean, in decent condition too. Still, you know, nice creases. Doesn't look real bad for when it came out of the box originally. Very decent condition for being shoved up in this bag for so long. More promotional stuff. Manuals to the Game Boy, warning stuff, except this back's a little creased. And more promotional stuff to get the Nintendo Power, to get you to buy the subscription. I never had a Nintendo Power subscription when I was younger, but one friend I used to go to like nursery with used to always bring one in. I was so fascinated. I remember seeing like the when the Gremlins 2 was in it. I wanted that game ever since, and I got it. Never played it that much. Really sad. There's this other one showing what games are out for the Game Boy, and the thing that's nice about this is the back of it, or it could be the front, I guess, whichever you want to call it. Metroid 2: Return of Samus. That's a cool little poster. I'd love to put in my game room, but my wife really don't want anything else on the wall, so that's like posters and stuff. We'll see about that. The thing I didn't find till I started this video, I reached back in this bag and I must have missed it the first time. Now where'd it go? It's got a GB Link cable. That's awesome. Oh, now I got dead batteries going anywhere, so I gotta get rid of them. Well, the meat of the potatoes, I want to say meat on the potatoes. The meat and the potatoes of the pickup is obviously, she was talking about the NES. And NES is my favorite console of all time. We keep going over that how many times on this channel. NES being number 1, Super Nintendo number 2, and Sega Master System number 3 currently. That can change. And like I said, you know, I got an NES, and she was saying there was a mat with it, and a zapper, and 2 controllers, And I said, okay, cool, you know. And with the Game Boy and the Nintendo stuff, I paid $30. And first off, with the other controllers, since you'll understand why I'm going to show this first, I have another NES Max. I probably talked about this a little before. I'm just never really that fond of this disc. It just doesn't feel like it's so responsive on certain games. That's where you need that quick up and down. That's where you're like leisurely going there. I just think that don't work on some games. The turbo functions are nice, but over here at the disc, I don't know. Some games it works, some games it don't. I'd like to think of the ones that do off the top of my head it works really nice on, and I can't think of any. But when she opens up the back of her car, you know, she picks up this. It's not complete. It's nowhere near complete. This was the NES I got out of it, and this is my fourth NES. Here's number 2. This one's modded for PAL region, or the NES lockout chips disconnected. There's 3 NES lockout chips done on this, and this is my original one when I first started getting back into gaming. Here's number 4. This one's unmodded, untouched, and it needs a little bit of help. It rarely plays the games. I really need to do the blinking light win maybe on this. I'd try something like that, because one of these I retried, a replacement 72 pin. Never do that. That's the dumbest idea. I just went in, took the one pin off the NES 10 chip, and these two work perfectly. This one is, of course, unmodded. I don't think I'm going to mod it. This is the best working of the 4 I have now. I also have a Retron 1, 2, and 3. My Retron 1 is on its way out after a year and a half of owning it. My Retron 2 I can't find cables for because I got it used like that. And then my Retron 3 my buddy's borrowing right now. So yeah. But on to the box. The box is in a decent condition. It's bowed out, obviously, as you can tell. Maybe I should have been standing up like further away to do this, but I don't have. I mean, I gotta set up this room to maybe do that down the line. I mean, it's got the original styrofoam in it. The back, and here we got. Now you can see there's still some plastic when everything was wrapped in right here. Some of the original zip ties. Our RF adapter. Here's our power brick. Here, the problem is, if you can see right here, the wire's severed right there. Nothing I can't handle. And of course, we have an orange zapper that's supposed to go with it. It's pretty yellowed. I have a gray one, so that's cool. It feels like it adds like more of a complete collection. This controller has seen better days. It's yellowed to all hell. This is probably the worst looking controller of everything I've got. Can't complain. Everything is untested, and I'm not worried about that right now. I just was so shocked to even get the box, and I was thinking like maybe the box and everything else was worth like a pretty penny or something. I was like, oh my god, that could be sitting worth on $240. Not really. I've seen them go for like $199-ish complete. And we've got the box for the power pad. And I'm really not going to take my time to pull that out because I'll never get it back in as good as it's in right now, probably. I have another power pad that I originally, when I first got my first NES, when I bought off my friend, I've got my first NES console with everything, but the AV inputs, power pad, I got a Mario game, one controller, and I spent $20 on it, and that's what got me back into retro gaming. And now I'm picking up shit like this, so I shouldn't call it shit, but I have 4 NESs. I have now a display piece. When do you just stop? The one when my cat stopped meowing. But that is what it is. So wow, basically, you know, I spent $30 on this whole NES like bundle. I got the game. It was basically free with Bing rewards and stuff like that. So basically, it's like $38 for everything shown right here. What do you think about this pickup? Ever played of the Game Boy games as well as seen any of these American Video Entertainment carts? Throw a like below. If you haven't subscribed, until next time, like always, hey, drink one with me.